Nick, how would you assess the season so far for the Bells?
I think so far we've done really well. The 10-game unbeaten run we went on were really good, 9 clean sheets, and I think in any football team, whether it's men's, women's, kids, whatever, if you can keep 9 clean sheets is massive. We've still got a bit to go to maybe get to Stourbridge, but at the minute we've been really pleased with what we've done.
Russ, your thoughts on how our season's gone so far?
Yeah, I just reiterate what Nick said there. I think we've got a real close, tight-knit of players. They've done superb. We've had a tough week before we went to Stourbridge. We had 3 big games in a week, and then the fixtures changed yet again, and we had to go to Stourbridge then on the 4th game. And I think that game probably cost us. I think the effort the girls put in over those 3 days was just tremendous. And I think it took it out of us. Maybe it's cost us the league at the end of the day, but just proud of where we are again.
What do you make to the job that Nick's done since he took the reins?
No, seriously, I think he's done a great job really to step in, and he's took over. He's got his own ideas. The way he operates with the girls is fantastic. They've got loads of respect for him, and I think he's just changed the whole philosophy of the club. You know, with the girls getting a regular football, and I think the tactics have been good. He's changed the tactics. Sometimes we do question them, but they've all seemed to have worked so far. You know, and he's not scared to change it during the game, which I like.
What were your approach then, Nick, in terms of when you took the reins sort of full time?
I think when we took it full time, it were working. The way we did it with Andy, we're actually working. So there wasn't really a change to do. And then a couple of games just didn't. I didn't think the personnel where we were playing them was the right positions for them, and that's nothing against Andy. I think we both felt that, and I just changed the formation just to fit people in and get better players going forward in. And when we did that, it seemed to work massively, and we just went on the 10-game unbeaten run, which were really good. As
well as a tight-knit group of players, you've got a tight-knit group of staff as well?
Yeah, we've got, so obviously people know Danny Salts, and then I've got Kay, who's worked with the club as well, and then we've got Jake Gregory, who's worked in there, and then obviously we've got my lad Shay, he'll come and help us out, just helps us out with doing bibs and cones and stuff like that. But the staff are really good. They know how we work, they know how we've worked together before, so yeah, it's been really good. But like I say, they're all good. The girls are good. We've got that. They've got the work rate. They just got in their heads that they want to give 100%. They go out and they'll work, and as long as they do that and they give 100%, then I think you're fine. If you come off a pitch and you give 100% and you don't quite win, then you can hold your hands up and say, you know what, I've give everything, and I think that's what people want to see.
Where do you assess where you are at the minute as a squad with the players that you've got?
At the squad, we've got a really good squad. I think anybody, if you ask any manager, they want to add to the squad and they want to get better players in, or get players in just to help your team out. But where we are at the minute, we've got players coming through. We've got 4 young girls that's come from the development side, which is massive. We've got 2 16-year-olds playing in there at the minute, and one of them 16-year-olds is actually on the England pathway as well. So it's been good to get them in.
How pleasing is it, to have them in, the homegrown talent?
Well, it's brilliant. I think it gives a sign that we're doing everything right, and it gives a sign that there is a pathway. If you come to Doncaster Rovers Bells, there's a pathway to get you through there, and you can get to the first team to play women's football.
Russ, obviously the goal this season was to try and get that single promotion place. It's tight. You mentioned that defeat to Stourbridge and a bit of a setback, but how do you assess, there's still some time to go in the season, how do you assess it?
Yeah, there's a lot of time to go, and you know yourself, it comes to this part of the season, cup finals start interfering, 3 games a week, that sort of thing. There's still points to be won and there's still points to be lost. But I think on that point, that's been one of my bugbears with I'm on the league board, and they keep trying to make it more interesting, the league and that sort of thing. And I think the one big asset would be to have an extra promotion place, not because we keep getting second, but if you look at our league, there's always one team that come in there. We had Wolves in there for 2 years. Wolves have just absolutely thrown money at it, so it's not a level playing field. It's a case probably at Christmas where they're 12 points clear. Who's going to come second? What he gets for second? You need that incentive and that playoff situation. I think if we had four places in the playoff and 2 promotions, it'd work unbelievably well. And also at the bottom of the league, you've got teams who probably get to Christmas and they're adrift. So the team second, there's no incentive for them to stay up. So I think to incentivise the league all through, we need that extra promotion place. I still think we've got a chance, and I think Nick still thinks we've got a chance as well, and we will keep going to the end. And it's quite fitting that we have our last game on air, and hopefully we're celebrating after that game.
Yeah, we'll touch on that in a second. But you've made your home out at Moor Ends this season. How's it been out there?
Absolutely brilliant. We're obviously sceptical about moving out of Rosso and going to Thorn, but I've got to say, from day one, the day the Mayor of Thorn came, and he's been to every game, bought a season ticket, the schools have got behind us. We've doubled our attendances. They've been so accommodating at Thorn, it's unbelievable. It is our home ground. The girls love it there. We just feel at home, don't we, Nick? And it's really good, and we're so pleased where they've sort of fit in, and we fitted in with them. You know, they prepared the pitch for us. If they've had a game on a Saturday, they'll roll it on a Sunday morning. You know, we just feel part of it. It's great.
You mentioned that you will be playing the final league game of the season here, Northampton, on April the 30th. How pleasing is it to get a game on here?
I think it's absolutely superb. I think we should have probably played the first game against Sheffield, you know, on the back of the Euros, but it weren't to be. You know, there were other things going off, World Cup and all that sort of thing. I thought we missed the boat a bit there, but I think having the last game, like I said earlier, it could be fitting that we're playing on here and hopefully achieve promotion. I mean, other teams in the league, you've got Northampton playing at Sixfields regular now. Peterborough have played a few games at London Road. Lincoln have had a couple of games at Sinsel Bank, and I think looking to the future, I think the men's teams will start accommodating the girls' teams there. I mean, Northampton sort of mid-table, over 1,100 there for a midweek game last week, which is great for women's football.
There were buzz about the game that was going to be played here before Christmas that unfortunately got postponed due to the weather, but you're hoping to regenerate that for this game coming up? Yeah,
that'd have been a big game for us, but again, something transpired, the weather this time, you know, so we have had a few downs really with the pitch and this sort of thing here, but as I said, you know, we're happy where we are at Thorn. Thorn have done great for us. In a way, we'll miss Thorn last game, but we're looking forward to being here. I'm sure you are, Nick.
Yeah, I'm going to say, Nick, how much does it mean to the girls to get the opportunity to come and play here?
Oh, it's massive when you sit in this stadium and you see how good the stadium is. It's brilliant. It's a great stadium to be here, and ideally we'd love playing here every time, but it's just not financially viable sometimes to do it. But no, it's great. The girls want to come here and the girls want to play here, and hopefully we can get a big crowd in and hopefully give them something to shout about.
You had a real good day out at Sinsel Bank towards the start of the season.
Yeah, it were entertaining. Definitely entertaining. It were good. Like I say, we were 2-0 down, a couple of mistakes, and then we came back and we scored. I think we scored in 92 and 96 minute to win it, and it was absolutely brilliant. And again, that's another a nice ground, but when you look at this ground as well, it's not as nice as this one, so to play in there will be brilliant for the girls.
If you were speaking to people who perhaps have not come down to watch the Bells anywhere before, but you're encouraging them to come to that game, what can they expect?
Expect a team that's going to play on the front foot. They'll get out, they'll want to score goals. Very rare at the minute we've been conceding, from last game, but we're on the front foot and we want to create chances and we want to get at teams. I think when we played Long Eaton, we actually created 46 shots on goal, so it were quite good. But yeah, it's an entertaining team.